I wish I was recording that. Just genuine.
How are we not recording any of this?
Now I'm recording. It started now.
What now? We lose so much good content.
Septair.
I've used up all my funny.
Where do you want Augair Septair to be?
I've never used it.
What is that?
What a great start. No, Adrian said, I'm going to read it to it's a fusion rifle, right? Or
Okay,
no, it's a what's the thing where it keep trace rifle? It's a stasis trace rifle. Final blows of this weapon generate a slowing burst around the defeated target. So I'll tell you guys what. This
It's
gun
neat for stasis mode C.
No. This is
C.
exclusively good for Warlock stasis because Warlock stasis, if you defeat a frozen combatant, it spreads freeze to nearby people. So this thing just keeps proccing and spreading and proccing and spreading. If you're talking specifically ad clear in this game, stasis Warlock with this bad boy is the best.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, oh, it's not like if you're judging based on how good a weapon is in an individual build, and it throws off the tier, it should be on average applicability overall. So I say it's in C because it's really good in certain stasis builds.
Yeah,
I got a great question.
Raymond, fuck it, yeah, what's up, big guy?
Is the tier list so is S meta or is S most fun? Like, what are we rating this off of?
I think S is just like solid good.
Is this a how good it is tier, or is this a how fun and how much we like it tier?
No, I feel like a mix of both. It'll be a mix of both.
Okay. So then, yes.
I think because it is niche and it can be regular. Like Raymond, you should seek this bad boy out.
This is all the exotic weapons in the game.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yep.
S tier,
I think can't be.
Well, there's conditional finality, so they must all be in there.
Yeah, but I feel like
and there's also like this guy, which was just added. So yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like this can't be everything.
Well, then you're fucking wrong if you think that.
S tier should just be like the de facto like best in slot possible type weapon.
Yeah,
can be used in any context.
Yeah, it's super good. All right. Anarchy, I'd say A.
That's easy. What? Not
because
it used to be S.
Yeah, it used to be S. Nerf the ammo. I feel like Wither Horde, if you really want to do the nade launcher, Wither Horde's better because then you get the heavy slot with like a rocket launcher or something.
Yep.
Super consistent. I'd honestly, I think if I ignore the nostalgia of it being absolutely fucking busted when that one mod was in play, then I would put it down to B. But honestly, I think it's still an A.
Okay.
A lot fewer of these than I thought there were.
Yeah, you fucking got that across.
Well, let's to be fair, that's more than 10 weapons in a row. So we say 15 times 4. There's like over 100
That's
weapons.
True, but what's next? Ace of Spades?
Yeah, Ace. Yeah, Ace of Spades.
I don't know /PvP. Fuck it, it's a PvP.
I will say
no. It's not just a PvP.
It's fun in PvE, but hear me out. It's infinitely good in PvP, and you might as well run like Crimson if you're gonna run a handgun.
That's true.
Right, but hold on. I think it's also good in like low to mid level PvE content. So I would say it's a D because it's low level content, or it's a C because it's niche in its hand.
Nothing's gonna go in PvP.
It does have Firefly on there now, but the thing is, Firefly or whatever its unique burger is called is also on just other scouts and shit now, and hand cannons. It's on.
Nothing's gonna go into the PvP.
I can't.
Like,
no, Raymond, hear me out.
Right, when we get to the last word, no one's putting the last word in PvE. I just say it's not just PvP because I ran the Ace of Spades like as.
All right, do you know what we could do?
When I was
Raymond, we want it there. We just put in between.
Yeah,
that's
true.
We have to settle. That's a part of this.
It's true.
Settle.
All right.
F feels really low, but I'll buy it. Mine might just be nostalgic for it, since when I was in my Kershaw phase,
Arbalist is an easy
Spades was my Huckleberry.
I'll tell you what, right? It used to be an easy ass, but now that with match, hear me out. With match shields, it's just not that important anymore.
They removed match game.
Back in the day, remember you had to be matching the ammo type of the shield to break it. Remember when we did Outbreak Perfected? Like we had to match it to break it. Arbalest made that nothing, right? I think it belongs in the same tier as Anarchy, because at one point it was meta and
people are still making like great fucking builds with it. I think it's just so consistently good it belongs in S.
I agree with Ray that it's always a good thing.
There's never been one point. There's never been one point in which that gun has ever dropped in use. There's always still builds for it.
Hear me out.
All right, I'm hearing you out.
It's super consistent, yes, but I think not only did its purpose kind of get devalued because they removed match game, but they also gave a bunch of other shit the ability to do its job intrinsically. So I think the loss of match game takes it out of S tier, and then the other things doing it drop it to B tier.
Put it above Anarchy though.
Okay, you want
closer
to
A.
That?
Closer to A.
Okay, hear me out. No matter what, Raymond, you wanted it S, he wanted it B, I wanted it A, and A's in between. You know,
Yes.
that's the medium. All right,
Did it.
Bastion, I think that's a
I
solid
never
PvP
fucking
weapon.
used it.
I used it once in PvE, it was fine, and I'm like, that's a PvP weapon.
It's a fusion rifle that doesn't have good fusion rifle PvE perks. Nope.
So we're talking bad juju. I think
F or
that's
D.
I think F tier. Its perk is kind of cool, even with the catalyst, but Thresh exists. Thresh does what it does, but easier.
It's
Borealis.
Yeah, it's too niche and
S tier. PvP. Okay.
No, I think it's all F tier. Arbalest does whatever does better.
All right, whatever the name of that weapon is, Cerberus F tier.
No.
This is something. Put it in D just because it's funny to fuck around with it and like go across like the map.
When?
No, Raymond, you're thinking of no. That's different. This is I'm looking up right now. Black Talon.
It's not Worldline?
No, this is the shooty sword. Shooty sword.
This is not the electric Worldline one?
No, Worldline 0 is somewhere else in this list.
Are you sure that's not Worldline 0?
Raymond, I am 100% sure. Raymond, I'm correct. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Show me the Worldline then.
Found it right there.
Oh, there it is. There. Okay, never mind.
Don't
you
dare.
Sorry.
I think Black Talon, even with its catalyst, it's fine. Why would you use it?
You know, I just realized it's alphabetical order.
Okay.
So of course Worldline would be towards the W side.
All right. Shut the Kerberos
What?
I think Kerberos easiest IDK/PvP ever.
I've never touched it. I don't think I have a single kill with it.
I'm not gonna like conditional finality. I want to put it in S, but you need to be point blank to fucking use it, which makes me think A. It's that situationalness of it makes it frustrating.
A shotgun.
To be fair,
even more so than others.
The only time it's not good is in Grandmaster, which is the fucking
No, but even in Grandmaster, most of the time it can get close enough. I could say it could go in S, but you guys haven't used it, so I don't want to skew that too much.
It looks like fun. The only reason I wouldn't put it in S is because I haven't personally experienced it, but I can see from like the way it's used, it could easily be an S. So S or A.
Yeah, I'd say
top
from
of A
using
at the
it
least.
consistently, it's unmatched its ability to stun champions, and the fact that its damage is like having a fucking heavy weapon. Yep. Even in GMs, it wipes champions. So I think S is appropriate.
If you don't want it in S, put it in the top of A. At least it's above fucking
Arbalest. People still make builds with this one.
With Chaperone?
Yeah.
I think it's a PvP. I don't think we have.
Is it PvP?
It's a big
Cloud Strike's good.
It used to be really. Chaperone used to be really
one at a time, right? One at a time.
But we don't need to.
Let go and get this fucking 2 pieces.
We don't need to have an entire essay about each gun.
Okay, fucking shut the fuck up. I think Cloud Strike is an A or an S, to be honest, with its catalyst.
Yes. Nah, it's B.
I think it's at least A. You can get mad boss damage with this thing.
Well, yeah, but like there are only.
I agree with
it's not an issue with. Gonna kill myself?
Yeah, we're listening to.
Okay, it's not an issue with that. Cloud Strike isn't good. It is very good with it. The problem is that it's a sniper. Oh, snipers are not that great.
I'll add on to this. With Divinity, S tier. Without Divinity, it's too hard to hit your shots.
Yeah, so like there's not enough encounters that use snipers appropriately or that you can hit the crit consistently to do the damage. So I think it's a B tier because it's like it needs to be like set up.
I agree with that. That's fair. All right, Cold Heart, I think solid D.
D or C, it's niche.
I don't think it's enough to be like Age Receptor. It's infinitely it's infinitely worse.
I got the legendary skin of it.
Yeah, low C, high D.
I spent $30 extra for the legendary skin.
So, Mogul, I'd say this could go in C for the same reason as this boy. It's super niche for one exotic on one subclass of one character.
I would argue it's a low B, but that's just my rose tinted class. And
low B is just C.
I think C is.
Yeah.
C is fine.
Again, C's kind of like our niche zone. I feel like that's appropriate for this thing.
Yeah, niche and average, I think, is the C area.
Cryosthesia apparently just got a buff, but for as much as I've used it, it's D. It's okay if you run stasis.
It's still D.
It's 2 PvP. It's one.
Oh, do you have a thing? But people do call this a PvP thing, but it can be good in PvE. So
I've never seen it in PvE. It's like if you're gonna freeze something, why not just use Egg Receptor, which freezes 10 things instead of one thing. I put it in
people
F tier.
use it in PvP. I'm not gonna lie, like a lot.
Yeah, they do. They freeze and then they snipe you with it. So I would put it in PvP
evil.
or F.
All right, and we'll move on from there.
Yep.
All right, so this bad boy,
it was
meta for like 5 seconds, but
it was
now,
funny. Put it back.
But
no,
now,
put
Raymond,
DARCI where
guys,
it actually
thoughts on
belongs.
There's not a tier above Esmogul, you fucking
Put
idiot.
DARCI
Where do we put Deathbringer?
We're not doing this.
I've never used Deathbringer.
What do we think about Deathbringer?
I've never used it.
Where'd it go? It's too fast.
Fucking D or C, I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. It was meta for like one season. It's just like if we're talking exotic rocket launchers, it's outpaced by a lot of others. You know what I mean?
So it's just, but it doesn't deserve F.
It's not
though.
F. I think it's like, it's still good, and
It's
also it's
D,
good in PvP.
D.
I'd say D.
It's
fine.
D.
All right. I have not
feel like
used this thing at. This is the new exotic machine gun. I don't think you've done the quest for it yet, right?
It's
no.
Oh, man, it's niche, but I don't think it should be an F tier. I feel like F tier is kind of shaping out to be a certain way, and I want to move that Deterministic Chaos and Ace of Spades into D tier if F is going to keep going the way it's going.
I think I think F should be the unusable. I think we did fuck up. I think this and this should be there. These three are just straight up shit.
Like they're just
unusable.
Honestly, why don't we just do?
The D tier have shit going on.
No, I'll leave it out as. But we should have renamed these like meta. Like really good.
Yeah, do that.
All right, we're gonna do this now. So let's just do shit.
I'd say shit or boring.
Niche. No, I think this was our niche, wasn't it?
Niche average.
No. Unusable is the shit.
How about that?
No. Okay.
That's not how you spell it. I'm leaving
it. No. Make okay shit. Because those are all shit.
What about shit-ish? Because no, the thing is, Ace of Spades is not shit. This isn't shit. They're fine. I think okay is good. I think okay.
Yeah, okay.
And then niche, it's like it's okay, but really good in particular situations.
Yeah, and then B I say is average.
I think B should be like solid.
Solid.
Okay, yeah, solid. A is like really
good.
What's a synonym for really good?
Great.
This is
meta.
My nuts.
There, is that good enough?
Yep.
The thing is, I feel like niche
put her in unusable.
Niche being there is kind of strange, but I think let's keep going. Okay,
don't take your grubby mitts off of DARCI and put her in unusable. No one uses it.
DARCI stays where she belongs. I'll put it there for right now. All right, so Devil's Ruin. This thing comes with Unstop, but so does a billion other good things. Yeah.
Is it niche? I don't know if it's niche.
I don't think it's
not
niche.
I've never seen it used. I've seen it used in PvP and maybe like for low level PvP. So it's okay. It's got more shit going on than in F tier, so it's okay.
So Dead Messenger, it's really good because it has a Borealis' perk of swapping, but it's a triple wave frames. Like
what is this?
So it's a grenade launcher. It's a wave frame, but its wave frame goes in three it goes out like a talon basically on the floor.
What's the name of this gun?
Dead Messenger.
I've never heard or seen.
It's a strange quest to get it. Yeah, I just say niche. I think it could be solid, but it's a wave frame that does not have auto loading. So I put it.
But it's still a wave frame, man.
Wave frame is still good. All right, DMT. Do we just want to say PvP? Because I feel like it can be good up here, but its primary area is PvP.
But I like it.
You know what I mean? Like some guns we really like in here, but we know they're meant for PvP. I feel like this is one of those.
I'd argue that it's
I use this like twice.
But it can do some decent damage in like high level content because of the stacking damage.
Well, it's either going in okay or PvP.
It's more the aesthetic, so I'd say put it in. Yeah, it's PvP. It's,
all right. I don't think any of us can say anything about this. We don't own it.
I've heard a lot about it though.
What is that?
That's the raid exotic from Vow. It has to do with void debuff. And going wrong. I think it's really cool, and I've heard something about it, but none of us have used it, so we should just ignore it.
No, it's niche.
What's it called?
Because it's all about void debuff builds, and it basically steals. It's called Deterministic Chaos.
Oh.
But we've never fucking used it.
Yeah, but I've seen people make builds out of it. It's all about like if you can get there are 3 void debuffs you can put on at a time, and it kind of sucks them.
Solid. It deserves solid.
No way. If it deserves solid, so does Aegir Scepter. I think this is niche. It's only good on Arc Warlock.
That's true, actually.
That's what we define niche as.
Solid can be used. You're right.
And this goes there, and we
put it above. Actually,
can we make a 5th tier called Glaive? Just
well, the thing is, we like Excalibur.
Are the Glaives PvP?
No, I'll tell you what. The Hunter and Warlock one are useless. This one could be niche, but I'm not even gonna bother putting it there. That's when I remember make the tiny bubble, and I do my stasis ult inside of it.
I was gonna say, yeah, just for like that one memory of you bubbling
PvP weapons though.
Tower of the Watcher.
No, they're IDK. I mean, we've never used these two, and I've used this one, but I don't give a fuck. Eyes.
Eyes?
Eyes has to be.
Eyes is PvP.
Because technically, I'm gonna say this
Gambit's
Gambit
in there.
too.
Gambit's in there.
It's definitely not like great in any of these. Like it's fine, just not amazing in any way. This thing, I'll tell you what, I think it's solid.
Solid.
Because it always has barrier. It has that range. It's the only energy hand cannon that I think exists. I think it's just really good. Okay, Mogul, we're gonna talk about this one without the bugs that are going on with it right now. Fighting Lion as is. What do we think about it?
Okay, unusable. If we're not counting the bug, then okay.
Yeah, I think it's just usable. It's just its thing is it is a grenade launcher without taking up energy ammo, which is cool.
It's a primary grenade launcher. It's just a little more unwieldy since it doesn't have like it's not a wave frame and it's difficult to hit. So it's okay.
All right, what do we think about Forerunner?
PvP.
I've never used it in PvE, so I'm fine with that. I don't care. This thing.
Isn't that the new fucking strand one? That's the auto.
I've used it a fair amount, and it's auto tracking, which is cool. I'd rather just aim and shoot at the fucking enemy or use Cloud Strike for a strand primary that can make tangles. I don't think
that's not good. That is like not Cloud Strike.
No, I meant whatever this fucking thing is called.
I put in niche because you can make good strand build with it.
Yeah, but that's something. If you're talking good strand build, this is just better.
It does.
Yeah, of course. So that one would go in solid.
I guess that does belong as well. It could go niche, but also, it doesn't do anything for strain. It just auto target. I think it's just
okay.
Cool. I think it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a cool gimmick. It's kind of like
Galley. Excellent.
I think Galley's in great.
Great
to excellent. I'm good.
I put it in
excellent. I'm put excellent.
Straight to excellent.
It's too easy to. It's too easy to be just in great.
Well, here's my question.
You don't need to make a build with it; it just works.
Here's a question about the format. Are we gonna go back once we've thrown them all into tiers and start arguing about what should be like at the farthest left of each tier?
No, I don't want to do that because that's gonna take fucking forever. We're ignoring that from now on.
Okay,
Furthest left is irrelevant. That'll take us too goddamn long. We still have so many to get through. I think this
it's
thing
a really great
okay.
enabler weapon. So yeah.
What is that?
It's a two burst pulse rifle that makes enemies explode.
Graviton lance.
Yeah.
Oh. It's okay.
I think it's okay.
Okay, I'm gonna make an argument for Granite Overture to be either solid but it will probably wind up in niche because it does great.
No, it does do great damage, and it has those blinding rockets. I'm okay with it being in solid. I don't think Raven has any thoughts on it.
Shit. I'd never used it, so I don't know.
I think solid's fair. This bad boy. I tell you what, it's fun in PvE. It's only really good in Gambit. I'll be honest.
Say these names. What is that?
So that is
Heir Apparent.
Heir Apparent, yeah.
Oh,
it's one that has the shield thing. Yeah, it's cool in PvE.
It's okay.
But I feel like But the thing is, it's really good in Gambit.
PvP?
It's really because remember in Gambit when they invade, they just can't break the fucking shield of it. So okay or PvP in my opinion. What do you think, Mogul?
Okay, it's a lot of fun to use in PvE content when you're just kind of mucking about. So.
All right, how do you feel? I think Hardlight should just go in PvP at this point.
It's a worse It's a worse Graviton lance personally. So.
I think you mean Borealis.
Or I mean. Yes.
Sure, but the thing is, people love it in PvP, right?
I remember it was broken for that one season, for that one like couple weeks, and it was just like a disco ball.
Yeah, it's true. And we think Hawkmoon's straight to PvP.
Yeah.
I get it is in PvP, but so much easier in PvP. Mogul,
I've never used that sword, but
thoughts on your sword?
Oh, it's fucking. I've never touched it once, despite getting it unusable.
But shouldn't that be going IDK then?
Well, because I've seen what it does, and it's just not that interesting to use versus the other options that are available, like Lament and whatnot. I'm not going to bust my exotic fluff or something like that. It does look fun.
Right, Raymond, have you ever used this bow since you got it?
I used it once. It's too. You gotta like set it up. It doesn't work. It takes too long. It's okay to unusable, honestly.
Right, I think Div's.
Honestly, I'd put it in unusable.
Yep.
Okay, it is an exotic bow should be better. And yeah, Div's easy S tier. No
All right, question before we get on to the next weapon.
Yeah.
Is Kershu gonna see this video?
Probably she won't get to this part. No. Well, actually, she might skip it to see where we put Huckleberry. So should we just put Huckleberry in unusable to piss her off when she gets to this part?
Put a separate tier on the bottom for Huckleberry.
We'll do that at the end or something. I don't want to fuck up our tier.
No, it's not gonna be. Just go to click on OK, the thing on OK. The gear.
You fucker.
I saw that you trying to stealth that in there. Click the settings for OK.
No, settings are okay. You want one right below.
Add a row below.
Yeah, I know how to fucking do it. This is just a waste of our time.
Well, then do it.
How about this? How about this? How about that? How about that? How about that? How about that?
What? Yeah. What else do you have to do today? It's like it's a waste of time.
I want it to be done. Also, okay, moving on.
A to S or great.
Yeah, this thing I think straight excellent. It's fucking Izanagi.
Yep.
This thing super good in PvP. Honestly, Jatoon ad clears and it smacks hard. I think it belongs in solid. It's not like boss damage.
I'd say niche. It's not. It's I don't feel right putting it next to fucking.
Why not great though?
It's not great.
No, it's definitely not that great level.
You're right. You're right.
I would say it's great when there's a mod for fusion rifles. Then it's fucking great. But when there isn't a mod for fusion rifles,
I use it all the time. I think for solid PvE content, when you need a great secondary, you can never go wrong with Jatoon. It tracks, it hits as incandescent built in. It spreads the fire.
Right, which is why I think it should be. It's great niche, but like if you give it like an inherent mod, like if it's unstoppable fusion rifles one season, then it got then easy solid, even great. But without it, I say it's niche.
What do you think, Ray?
Is that Jade Rabbit?
Yeah, we're talking about Jatoon still.
So I'm fine with it being in solid.
All right, there you have it. All right, Jade Rabbit, I'd say easiest.
PvP.
Boom. Yeah, move on.
Yes.
Levy's Breath. Okay, I'll tell you what. With the catalyst, great.
Really?
Yeah, it makes it so when you hit crits,
never used it.
Its draw time gets lesser and lesser. So against bosses, we can hit crits. So like a lot of the worm bossy guy in Garden, amazing. It's like it's basically doing what Cloud Strike does, but better with its catalyst. And they upped its damage and they gave it unstoppable. I think it belongs in great.
Good with great. I'd personally put it in solid though, just because it's kind of what snipers are, but it needs long range and it's difficult. It's a little unwieldy, but I think it's good to go in great just because like in Grandmasters,
with its bots and stuff, it's just there now.
Yeah, so I'm good with great, although I personally do so.
Keep it great.
I like Lorenz within PvE, but I think it belongs in PvP.
I've never used Lorenz.
It was disgusting when there was the fusion rifle mod like 5-10 seasons.
Yeah, I think we should just leave it. Also, we're discussing all these without mods. I think we should ignore that. I think Lay Monarch, another great.
Yeah, definitely great.
Yeah, no question there. Legend Acreus,
unusable.
Fuck off.
Unusable.
This thing, Horseman, another PvP. Lumina, I'll tell you what. People do use this in meta because when you shoot someone with it, it gives them bonus damage. So I put it in.
I've seen it for some like solo damage phases.
Like, and there's like some warlock. There's some warlock stuff that gets bust from it. I say it's an easy niche.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about this bad boy? Another
Malfeasance is also niche because it has an inherent unstoppable, and you can pair it with Lucky Pants.
I think that's like the definition of niche almost.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also great with Lucky Pants, which is why Lucky Pants is niche.
Yeah. And we're skipping past last word. All right. This thing. I'd say
it's
Monte Carlo.
Early game, people still use Monte Carlo.
I'd say niche maybe. It's great for melee builds for any class though, which is great. I wouldn't call it. Actually, I'd take solid, but I think niche is where
niche is too high. I think it's okay.
It belongs.
No, I think it belongs in niche for melee builds. It's fucking disgusting, and people love using it. It's just fun.
What is its actual perk? I know its name. I don't know.
Getting kills. Every time you get a kill, you get melee energy and a chance to fully recharge your melee ability. So you keep getting melee energy.
I just dodge for my shit back, so I've never used it.
No, it's like you run like Orpheus Rig or Ophidian Spade with this, and you're nutty. I have not used this thing since it's unusable. So I'd still put it unusable because that's my information on it.
I can't put it unusable because I saw the first ever solo Nezarec.
Oh yeah, people do use. It could go in niche, but I'd rather put it in okay. I wouldn't.
It's okay. It's not used enough to be niche, but it is okay.
All right. PvP.
Yep.
All right. I have not used this thing outside of PvP. I know people love it in PvP. So what do you think, Ray?
Oh, that's my baby right there.
I don't know if it belongs in solid.
It is okay in PvE. Is okay in PvE. Is better in PvE. I think as much as I love it, it's okay.
Okay, fair enough. It belongs kind of right in the middle.
Outbreak Perfected, great.
So I will say this.
Looking at what we have in solid, it doesn't compare. So it belongs in okay.
Okay.
And it's definitely not like a niche.
Yeah, niche is kind of like in between. We could have put niche. Should we make
like it's synergized with stuff, but it doesn't like you can't make a build out of it. So it was okay.
No, niche should not be below okay.
No, but I mean like niche. It has its own category of like you need a good build, but regardless, that doesn't matter. It's there. Okay, so for great, Outbreak Perfected, people use it in. People swap to it in raids. Yeah, people swap to it in raids for the final push because of how its catalyst works with its nanites and stuff. It's like having a discount list. I think these two are the exact same tier.
Yeah, the only reason people don't use Upgrade Perfected more is because it takes up a kinetic slot, and it's like just shy of being like disgusting for damage.
People didn't great then.
Because it still does have those amazing. It's like perfect in raids and high level activities. So like right now, it's great because of piercing on pulse rifles, but we should ignore that. But regardless, it's always good for just that stacked damage. These two are both great for the same reason of they have damage over time things.
I honestly put Osteo up in excellent because it's
actually
it's like the best ad. It's like probably the best ad clear in the game for just being a weapon, and it's
yeah. I don't disagree at all. I think it does what this does, but better.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. This thing, do we have to put in IDK? None of us have ever used it. We've gotten shit on it, but in Gambit, and
I'd put it in okay because I know people are nasty with it, but
I don't think it belongs there because we've never used it, and our only experience with it is it could obliterate us in gambling fucking furious.
Okay.
I think Parasite
niche. Parasite's a solid niche.
Right.
Niche because there's only a few.
I think it should be solid.
It's here's my thing.
I'm okay with that, but what do you want to say?
Yeah, because you don't need to make a specific build out of it to get it to be good. You just need you can really just use it and it's still solid.
It's niche because not because that it needs a build around it. It's niche because in the same way that sniper rifles are encounter dependent, so is Parasite.
Here's how argue though.
What?
No. Like what other encounters are you using Parasite?
No,
for?
here I'll tell
it's
you what.
Mainly a raid weapon.
You could always use it, and then. No, I agree with you, though. Yeah, you can always use it. It does have niche applications, but it's great beyond those applications every single time.
Put in solid.
I think it belongs solid. I totally agree with Ray. Ray made a good argument.
If we're putting it in snipers, then I'm good with it being alongside snipers.
All right, Prometheus ones. I mean, I know it has incandescent now, so okay.
Yeah, definitely. It was unusable before the 3.0 keyword changes to a bunch of the exotics, so now it's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cloud. What's this called now?
Quicksilver Storm.
Quicksilver. I think it belongs in solid. Because it is quote niche because it's only strand, but for strand exotics, it's second to none, and it's just amazing.
Yep.
I think it just belongs on. I don't think it's great level because again, you have to be strand, but it's still just fucking amazing now, especially with its catalyst. It's just unbeatable.
Yep, solid spin. If it's paired alongside strand builds, it becomes great to excellent.
So we're talking this bad boy. I know it's got a buff, but I don't use it. I'm just not good enough at hitting my shots. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
unusable.
Do we want to put it in IDK? Because I know it's got a great buff and it's really good now, but I have not used it enough.
I know it's been good in PvP. I've seen people use it. I've seen videos of people using it. I've never actually seen it used in PvE.
So do we want to just boom? It,
so I'm not sure.
Yeah, let's just boom. Rat King, easiest S tier. I mean, again, we could put it in niche, but it really doesn't belong there.
It doesn't belong.
It's okay.
It's niche because that people meme builds out of it. Like it's not even okay. Yeah. It's unusable, really.
The reality is,
unless you're doing a meme build with all your friends, it's unusable. That is its perk is that it's unusable unless you're doing a meme build with your friends.
It's too niche for niche tier. It's okay.
I don't want to
deny. Not even okay. It's unusable.
The thing is, Raymond, have you ever used it? Really?
It's no, that's a problem. It's unusable.
No, I'll say if you're running like a Hunter Void build, it's not that bad. It's actually good. Also, sidearms have gotten so many buffs.
What benefit does it give you?
You get to go invisible pretty much whenever you want, and if you get its catalyst, it
gives
you.
That's because of the Hunter shit, not from the gun.
No. That's what the gun does. Every time you get a kill and reload, you go invisible.
Any weapon that can.
Raymond, that's like the perk. The other people having it gets it bonuses. That's the extra thing, really. So I think
here's my argument. Here's my argument for why it shouldn't be unusable. 6 fire team members with Rat King kicked Nizarek's ass.
It's true.
Fucking okay.
All right, let's move on. So have you guys used this one?
Yeah, any meme build you can use Rat King to kick any boss ass.
Right.
No,
I've never used that.
Right, we're done with Rat King. How do you guys feel about whatever this is called? I forget.
Ruinous Effigy, I'm pretty sure.
No, you're dead on.
That is Ruinous Effigy, yeah.
I won't lie, it's definitely not unused. I think it's okay. It's fun to dunk
on
things.
Never used it. Risk Runner is either solid or niche, honestly.
Really? I think Risk Runner, man, I would not go below solid.
Is it still great?
I think it's not even close. Amazing.
I think it's solid.
I think it's at least solid. The fact that whenever against any arc enemies, it's second to none. You can totally use it in any activity. I think it's just.
But I think that kind of gives away why it's in solid instead of great because it's niche enough because it needs
I guess that's fair.
Yeah, it does chain lightning. It's just solid.
Okay, you guys want to leave in solid then?
Yeah, I never used Ruin Zero, but I see a lot of people making builds out of it.
Revision Zero. I mean, it's a built-in pulse. It has that
Niche
sniper
to
thing.
solid.
Yeah, I haven't used it since the last season. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't really argue. It's okay.
I'll tell you what. I bet once we're out of a pulse rifle season, it's gonna become much more appealing. You know what I mean? So I think niche is fair because it's only when you're in a long range, great like higher level activity.
I thought it's been an auto rifle season for the past 3 years. I've not.
It has not been auto rifle. They buffed them by like 25% in the mid-season patch. Yep, S tier. Thank you.
All
Next.
Right. Next.
Just put it unusable. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, all right. How do we feel about? So again, it has the nicheness of Sweet Business with that body. I think it's actually I don't know if it even belongs in okay. I'm gonna be honest. It's not unusable.
I've never seen anybody actually use it.
I think we should just go okay on it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's not unusable.
It's not like dog shit. Like these are dog shit. That's not bad in any inherent way. So let's move on. Okay, this niche.
Wait,
it's great for Cabal high level missions.
I'm sorry. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Niche to solid. Can we step back and say, if unusable is dog shit, then why is Hierarchy of Needs of there? Hierarchy of Needs isn't that bad.
Raymond's opinion on it. That's what we're doing.
It's not. You have to set it up. It's just that's what I'm saying. It's not really like you could use it, but why would you over any other bow? Legendary bows beat it, in my opinion.
If we're putting
it's
Devil's
better
Run, if we're putting Devil's Run in the auto tracking stasis hand, Strand, whatever that gun is called, Strand, then I feel like Hierarchy of Needs should be an okay.
I don't disagree with Miguel there, but it's more funny that I have no idea what it is practically, and it's in.
Well, I've seen videos on it. It's not.
I don't give a shit what you've seen a video on. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, here, let me explain how it works to the people who not use it. So you fucking get some kills with it, and eventually you get a special buff with it where if you hip fire it, it creates a ring, and if you shoot through that ring, they do more damage.
Oh,
that's it.
Do you know why I think it belongs to unusable? Because back in the day, you could shoot the orb thingies to make it have bigger rings. Am I talking fucking nonsense right now?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys remember when IQless weapons would kill things? They drop Warmind cells.
Warmind cells.
If you broke a Warmind cell with this thing, it would make a mega big ring and do like double damage.
This thing didn't exist before they took Warmind cells out.
No, they did. No, yes, it did. You could use this thing with Warmind cells. I guarantee fucking to you.
No, you couldn't.
Yes,
this came out with Spire, I thought.
Yeah, Spire. They did not remove cells. That was with Lightfall. This came out with Witch Queen.
It had like one season.
People were still using Warmind cells in the Spire season.
Apparently, some people were, and they used it with this.
Oh, then they're gone now, so it's still back to unusable.
It's still unusable. All right.
It's just too annoying to set up and use.
I'd say solid.
Yeah, solid. Big damage. Linear.
If its ammo economy was better, it'd be great.
Yeah.
Okay. PvP.
No, I'd say it's okay.
I would not. It's a fucking hand cannon.
Doesn't it?
Every other exotic hand cannon.
Hold on. Isn't that the one that refreshes your abilities?
No. You're thinking of Traveler's Chosen, beloved.
Oh, then fuck it.
Alright, Sunshot, I think it's okay.
Sunshot is a solid okay. No, put it in niche. It goes both.
No.
Yeah, if you do this with solar build, it's good niche. Because hear me out. Higher level PvE, except for Lucky Pants.
Actually, I kind of want it in solid.
You guys want it in solid?
I kind of want it in solid.
Hear me out. So if you do something like
it's the same vibe as Risk Runner.
I do get that. I think Risk Runner does what better though. A little bit more niche, but infinitely better for that niche. I think it makes it way above it.
Yeah, but when you compare it with solar builds, which you're not, actually.
You can't pair this with arc builds too. Yeah. So, I'm okay with either though. If you guys both want solid, it goes in solid.
Oh, I'm in between now. Put it in solid now. Keep it in solid.
Okay.
It's just too consistent.
This thing, I've not used it since year one. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I forget.
Its bottom half of the clip, those bullets have a chance to heal you for the second half, and it has you can customize it a little bit with what mods it runs.
Unusable. It's just boring.
Yeah,
it shoots a little faster. There is a perk called Desperado that does its job, but better.
It's true. All right.
Which caliber is niche or solid?
Yeah, I think the fact that you give your team overshields, the fact that when you have an overshield you extend it, I think it goes in solid. I think it's the only glaive
the overshield that it gets.
Yeah.
It's just
and also you can do the fact that it also goes above niche because it has a Titan niche build, right? Without you can do things with Titan overshield and Syntheseps.
But I don't
it's
even use
great with
Titan.
everyone, so I feel like it belongs in solid.
We're not being rose tinted by the fact that we have a unstoppable mod for Glaives this season, right?
I'm not gonna lie to you, Miguel. I discovered that yesterday.
Okay.
I think both are.
Okay then.
Terrible. None of us have used it, and it's a PvP
Yeah,
gun.
unstoppable
So.
mod for Glaives?
Yeah, and Overload for swords in one mod.
Right, I thought you had that. That's what we were running in the fucking GFM.
No, I wasn't using that. No.
You could have been setting
I
unstoppable.
couldn't. The only thing I could do was suspend.
God damn it. Well,
Cool.
I'm glad we've learned
You're
something.
fucking useless.
I'm using the same artifact mods that Dado does Destiny use. You didn't choose that one.
This is the sound of me on Dado's cock.
All right, shut the.
I watched one video.
I'm recording this. Have some self-respect. Damn. All right, tractor cannon. I think belongs in niche, maybe solid. Because hear me out.
Builds.
People use this over divinity sometimes for raid boss damage.
Yes, but they use it as niche because they have to fucking make a build around it.
No, that's not true. You just have to shoot them and then you swap off of it. I think it's.
Yeah, but that's like you have to set up for that. That's what I'm saying. You can't just run. You can't just run it just at any time. You have to set up a way in which it works good.
Yeah, the way it works good is shooting the boss.
God.
It's like having to hit shots.
Where you put it originally?
Okay, you can't be fucking retarded.
Unusable.
It's not unusable.
All right, we got Tick2's Eviction. I know it's a PvP weapon, but I've never done one.
No. It's not a PvP weapon. It's an excellent ad clear option. I would put it.
All right, it's unusable. Telesto.
What the fuck? No.
Ray, where do you want Tick2's to be?
Unusable.
Put it in okay.
I want it in unusable.
I want it in.
Put it in okay.
Then it goes in okay if we're going to niche there.
At least
everyone's fucking happy. All right, Telesto, it's okay. I don't think there's seems much to say about it.
Yeah.
Fourth Horseman
is still
niche.
I'll tell you what.
It's niche.
I've made a build entirely centered around it. It's still just okay, in my opinion. But if you guys both want niche, this is PvP. I think we move past that.
I'd say only because it's like kind of encounter related.
Lament's great.
I think Alent belongs in excellent. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Excellent?
Because it does one of the best raid boss damage, hands down, right? Without any other exotic armor to help it.
Yeah, that's true.
And it has piercing on barrier.
Well, hear me out. The only reason I would
the
knock
same
it out
like
of
Galley.
The only reason I would knock it out of excellent is because some bosses are not on the fucking ground, or
that's
you can't like run up.
It's
to them.
for those bosses. It's second to none,
and
it's amazing against champions and
some bosses you can't even galley because they're up close to you. So you gotta use
by that same argument, we'd throw out galley. Some bosses move around too much, and the Lament is better. I think Lament solid, excellent.
Either one.
Lament is the galley of swords.
All right, I know Thorn is a PvP weapon. How do you guys feel about it PvE?
Solid.
Never use it in PvP.
I don't think it belongs in solid at all.
No, people are making builds with it nowadays. It's solid.
I don't think it's solid at all.
Niche.
I think if you have like the poison spreading arms on the warlock, it's solid.
Make it niche then.
I'm okay.
If we put Thorn and Malfeasance in niche, then we're putting this one in niche.
All right, Thunderlord. I think it's solid.
No, that's great. No. It's great.
It
is like lazy top tier DPS. When they were doing the raid race for Ron, people just ran around shooting Thunderlord the entire time. I'd honestly put it in excellent.
There you go.
I don't think it belongs excellent. I think it's a solid grade.
No, it does like some of the highest DPS in the game.
I think no question
it's
unusable. Tommy's matchbook, I know it's getting a buff. I think right now we should just put it unusable. You hurt yourself to do okay damage.
That's in Crochet tier, by the way.
I know. I'm just putting it there for that we can discuss it. I think it's unusable again. I don't know why
unusable still. Yeah, that's true.
Why not use just anything within Incandescent?
I know it's unusable. I gotta say though, I love its fucking aesthetic. Tommy guns are sick.
All right, then
we haven't rated a single thing off aesthetic so far.
I know. I just want to point out.
And if it's a Miguel aesthetic,
it's definitely unusable.
Oh fuck you!
All right, I've never used it. I've heard that everyone that's gotten it has immediately put it in their vault. That's all I know.
So is it unusable? Then?
You own it.
Yeah, it's not. It is. I would say it is okay. The only reason it's not better is because other weapons do its job better, and you would only run it for damage phases, where if you're giving up an exotic slot for Touch of Malice to do damage to a boss, you're wasting your time.
Yeah, you might as well use like what we used to up there.
Yeah,
so you want it to be an okay? Again, I've never fucking used it.
If it was a legendary, it'd be fucking disgusting.
The thing is, I feel like does Crimson not on this? Oh no, we rated Crimson forever ago. Okay, Prospector I think unusable. I think it got a buff. None of us give a fuck anymore.
Well, yeah, I remember Prospector was really good.
It might used to be really good in Forsaken.
I know it got a big buff, but I'm not gonna lie, I've not used it at all since then. I used it for like
Maybe it's
one
good
bit
now.
of when we did masterwork.
It's held back by the fact
I
that
want
the
to
grenade
put it in
launcher.
okay as like a safe bet, honestly. Just because like it could be good again. S.
You
S.
put that
S.
fucker away.
S.
Yeah,
Put
good
those
point. We'll swap
grippers
them.
away.
Yep,
No,
yep,
no,
yes.
no, no, no.
All right, so Queenbreaker.
Fix
I
that.
mean, it blinds now. It trains to enemies. Its damage is still. Actually, you know what's funny? I've only
Even
used it.
okay?
I've only used it in Grandmasters, so I'm really unsure.
And you were trolling. There are legendaries that do its job better.
No, except for the fact
Answer.
that it blinds intrinsically and trains to enemies. Like it's like a utility weapon, but I would not put it in niche.
But
I'd maybe
legendaries
put it in okay.
out-damage it for not taking up an exotic slot.
Yeah, I think they out damage it, but its utility
Isn't
makes
it
up
an
for it.
energy? Is it energy?
It's a heavy. I'd put it in unusable.
It's
purely
unusable.
because it's a heavy.
Yeah, it's unusable.
All right, Traveler's
It's
Chosen
unusable.
niche right off the bat.
Niche.
It could go in
Build it,
solid,
build.
but I don't feel like it.
What's
This
this
thing-
next one?
It's okay.
What's that?
Yeah, it's okay. Just ignore it. It's okay.
Just has good.
Trinity Ghoul.
Trinity Ghoul,
I don't even
great.
know what that is.
Great.
No,
great,
purely because
great.
everything else here can be used against ads, bosses, champions, anything. This is great. This is the best ad clear in the game, I think. But it doesn't surpass any of these. You still need to get a kill to use it. These are all just great 100% of the time, no matter what. You need to be able to clear hordes with this in order to use it properly. So I think
it's the only reason
solid.
it's not in excellent or great.
Honestly,
I would say,
I
is
think
because
it's
it's
great.
not Osteostriga and it's a bow.
Yeah,
I think it's great.
I still think it's outdone though. I would never put it on a slot in any actually difficult activity.
I would use Trinity Ghoul over Outbreak.
I think that's just wrong though, because you can against big bosses, small bosses, you can always just headshot and clear out someone. You need to kill something small in order to maybe use this. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Well, I think
mean,
it's great.
all those...
That's why I think solid's the best argument.
No, I still think it's great. I still think it's great.
Why?
You want great?
I think it's great because just as it's consistently easy to use, you don't need to build around it. You can use it for bosses, even though it might not be optimal.
That's not true at all. Bosses is
It's definitely not a boss weapon, but like you make the
definitely
point
not
of like the wind up that it has a wind up. How hard is it to get a kill outside of Grandmaster?
Yeah, but hear me out. You get that kill, you still might not even kill things with it after. Again, I still think these two are just better than it in every way. But if you guys want to,
here's a
kinetic, it's great.
Here's a hot take: if you cannot get at least a single kill after the first kill with Trinity Ghoul with the perk active, you're dog shit.
Yeah, but I'm saying, why would I bother doing that when I could just use these two and do it all the time?
You don't have to bother to do that, but it's just good.
We don't have a good tier. We have a great tier. All right, two-tailed. Great.
That's
great or excellent, honestly.
Great or excellent. I've never used it.
I'd say it's too dependent because it can't be used like
outside
of like with galley plus something else.
Well, and then can I tell you something, beloved? It doesn't get benefits from galley.
No, I'm not saying it gets benefits, but no one goes, I'm running damage, and they go, do you have a galley, do you have a chill clip, and then they say, do you have a two-tailed fox? Like, that's the setup.
It's true, but two-tailed can out-damage, what do you call it, chill clips, as long as you don't have a galley. I think this is great because it's always good, even without a galley. It's not codependent, and it stuns unstoppables? It stuns one of the champions, too. Because it has Jolt. Whatever Jolt does, it stops.
It's either circle or square, I'm not sure.
I think it's one of them because it has 3 rockets. I think with its catalyst, it belongs in excellent, easily. But what do you think, Ray?
I've never used it.
All right, we'll leave it in great. Okay.
Really?
I'd actually say it's niche because there are some encounters where it's absolutely disgusting.
You could use it niche.
This thing, I'm not gonna lie, I got it. I'm like, wow, this is just bad, and I just gave up on it. I should think it's unusable. I'm gonna be honest. Like,
put it in unusable.
Shit. Honestly,
Vex is okay.
I'd say Vex is either
solid?
solid or great.
Solid or great, yeah.
Its damage is way too good.
Can we put it at the higher end of solid though? That'd make me feel better.
Well, don't give a shit. It doesn't matter.
Wave Splitter.
Okay.
It got better. It got better.
No,
this
I'd say
right
now this season it's solid, but overall it's niche with void builds, and now the fact that orbs are so fucking common.
Put it niche just because it's in between solid.
Yeah, because even after this season, that's how armor charge system is going to work forever right now, and that makes Wave Splitter way better.
I'd say useless right now.
Really?
No,
not even okay.
No. Its unique perk is now outdone by Cloud Strike every single time. We only use it. When's last time you guys used this shit without having that one encounter in Garden?
I think it's still okay. Like if you don't have a Cloud Strike, it's
I would use any other heavy weapon to take out like any strong enemy, then whip out my fucking Whisper of the Worm.
I'm not gonna argue with you that you're right. It is outdone, but it does not deserve to stand next to the likes
Because
of
outdone
DARCI
does
and
not mean it's
Queenbreaker.
I'd
useless.
rather use DARCI over that thing for the meme. I
You're
just
out of
don't
your
think this is
fucking
good.
mind.
Just
Put it in
because
okay and be done.
it's outdone does not mean it's useless.
Yeah,
I think
I'm still think it's fucking useless. I had never used it over anything else. That's also kind of why we had this tier.
At least Whisper has a niche, whereas Queenbreaker and DARCI have like dick.
I would argue this is way more niche than that. I think you guys are retards on that, but we'll move on. That's
PvP.
that. This niche because
I've never used it.
people have done some
cool.
bullshit boss smelting with it, so it's fine. Titan builds make it niche. Wishender, I'd honestly put it in either solid or great, but I've never actually used it in the opportunities where it is.
I know it's just a great for piercing barriers.
The highest level of PvE, this is like people's favorite exotic to run for barriers.
So niche then?
I guess.
I'm good with niche.
Sure. Worldline. Actually, Raymond, it's useless. It's useless. Like, that's where it
belongs. Well, for the sheer fun value.
Except for the fact that it's now outdone by Eager
yes,
Edge.
that's true.
You know,
that's true. Never mind.
It's so also skating with this was so fucking difficult.
Okay,
right.
And we're gonna end the tier list right here. S and S.
S and S.
You still think Xeno belongs in S?
It's a PvP weapon now, isn't it? Is it even used?
No, we love to use it in PvP, but I'll tell you what, like we don't use it for boss damage anymore.
No one uses it for boss damage
anymore. No. It's still 100% used for boss damage, and it's a decent alternative if you don't have other things.
I still can't believe.
Is it
I still
solid
think
then?
if you're making that argument, Two-Tailed is better than Xeno in every way. I think solidly.
I think it's just lazy
then
DPS.
Put it in like solid or something.
I say it's lazy DPS because it's easy to use. I'm good with great. I personally think excellent, but I think great is fair.
Right.
I thought Two-Tailed would be excellent, to be honest.
Yeah, Two-Tailed does
how
belong
everybody
excellent.
fucking
This
sucks
is stupid.
dick.
Two-Tailed belongs.
And put it excellent. Put it in excellent.
I'm correct.
I've been swayed.
I think all of this is pretty accurate, except for Miguel's bullshit feelings sometimes.
Okay, well then let's argue. What do you disagree with?
I don't know. Now it's just kind of reviewing it. What things just stupid opinions about?
How much time do you have?
Oh. Fascinating. No, I don't actually really disagree with any of these necessarily. I still think Trinity Ghoul's wrong, but then again, I have not used it in fucking forever, so I really don't have that much of an opinion on it anymore.
It breaks my heart to see Ace of Spades that low in tier, but I know it's only there because PvP is like just not counted for this tier list.
Yeah, and we hate PvP.
Only
as we learned today.
PvP is our favorite game mode. Do you know how many times we go to the trials on the daily?
To the trials or to the lighthouse?
The least fun I've had Destiny in so long today.
It was just so enjoyable.
Ray, you had fun, didn't you?
All right, how do you guys feel about our tier list? Rate it here on the left side. What do you guys rate this tier list?
Kershaw.
I was gonna say
it's Kershaw out of 10.
Yeah, it's unusable.
We change every tier list title to just Kershaw.
All right, and let's just do one quick change, and then there we have it. We're good.
What about Salvation's Grip?
Oh yeah, my mistake. I missed it.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Why is that one a meme too? I didn't know that one was such a meme. I actually used that one.
I'll tell you what. No, Salvation's Grip. In comparison, I think unironically to every other exotic in this game, it's the worst.
I think the single worst exotic in the game.
I think Salvation's Grip is the worst exotic in the game. Its ability is replaced by a grenade. You can use any stasis grenade and it outdoes it in every
but you could shoot multiple now. You know, because the grenade you have to wait like a minute.
Using your heavy slot for that is really fucking funny.
And now you get like a grenade, but it's it's a grenade launcher. It's what
it's replaced by a grenade and a perk by the name of a headstone.
That's true. Headstone does exactly that. It's almost heavy ammo.
Yeah, honestly, putting all of these, actually, Manticore belongs with Salvation's Grip. Manticore is just the dumbest fucking exotic we've got.
We put it in Kershaw tier because that's our other gun.
Oh yeah, so it is. All right, well, this is our finalized tier. DARCI and excellent where it belongs.
Yeah, even